Do you believe the Titans can work their way into the playoffs? Just like Mike Vrabel saying, you got to have more. Eddie says yes. Stephen King is a hard no. Tighten Up says no. David Allen says absolutely. The Jags are not the 03 Patriots. With the 03 Patriots, Mike Vrabel on the roster winning the Super Bowl. So an absolutely from David there. Marcus Walker says no. Mitchell says not a chance. Andre says no. The Titans need to work their way to that number 10 or 11 pick. We might talk about that some tomorrow. Let's see. Different Steven says yes. If not, then Vrabel is gone. I don't think Mike Vrabel is going anywhere. His seat is very cushy.
Well, look,
right now.
Crazier things have happened. I think, and again, I wasn't on this show, but I was talking to Sam. You didn't think John Robinson was going anywhere the day before he got fired.
Yeah, but
I just state that because
yes, but
these are strong statements.
But I think even at that point, we knew that John Robinson would probably be the first to go when it came to him or Vrabel.
But you didn't think that
we didn't expect it to happen at that point. But you had a feeling that J-Rob's job security was not as strong as Vrabel's. And I think with the firing of John Robinson, it just made Mike Vrabel's even stronger. That's just my thought. Scott says the doubts the Titans can work their way into the playoffs. Sheila John says yes. Lot says they can, but will they is the question. And fair, they're using the words there. Grim Jim says not at all, just lip service at that point. Alex says they can any given day, just will be tough. Rob says they can work their way into the playoffs, but they won't. So he doesn't think that they will do the extra work there, Rob. Big Steve says big nope. Healthy, if healthy, 50%. Wilbur says no, you can't outwork Todd Downing being a bad play caller. Will Dodson says no, not with the coaching staff. Corey says sure. Caleb says no, Downing has to call a decent game in week 18, and the Titans aren't talented enough to just work, need some good game management. So, work goes to the players and the roster. It goes to the coaching staff, including Todd Downing. Zach, do you believe the Titans can work their way into the playoffs, as Mike Vrabel's alluding to?
Well, they worked their way into the number 1 seed last year once Derrick Henry went down.
Yeah.
So I think that is very, very telling. The best quality about Mike Vrabel as a head coach is that he gets every ounce of his players, right? He is doing more with less. That's been his thing. And what we've just been saying, and that's, I think, one of the reasons why John Robinson was fired, is imagine if he had more. Imagine if he had better players, what he could get out of those guys, where this team would be. And now, so that's the positive side of things. The negative spin is you've got a rookie quarterback that's not very good and a bad play caller. And offense is going to put points on the board, and you've got to score more points than the other team, right? That's the concept of football. Can. That's the other key word.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they can. I think the Titans can outwork. You're playing the Jacksonville Jaguars. They're not world beaters. They're playing good football, but they're not the Philadelphia Eagles. They're not the Dallas Cowboys. They're not the 49ers, who are playing really good football with a backup quarterback. They've got a stellar defense. They're not the Chiefs or the Bills or the Bengals. So, yes, they can. And I think Mike Vrabel, that is the perfect guy to do it. Now, after that, I don't think anything can happen. I don't think that they can maybe make it to the divisional game. But any given Sunday, we've always talked about that, in Jacksonville, Malik, I think this is the hardest can that we've ever had because of Downing and Malik Willis. Malik Willis is just not there. He is far from whatever there is. He just doesn't have the NFL skill set at this time.
So, Zach, you said the Titans can. You believe the Titans can, but you have two things that do create doubt, right? It's Todd Downing as a play caller and Malik Willis as the quarterback that we expect to play week 18 in Jacksonville. Those are your two doubtful type of situations. I'm adding a third. It's the offensive line. And it's the fact that all three of those things are on one side of the football. It's Todd Downing's calling the plays. to a rookie quarterback who is not ready and was not expected to be ready at this point, behind 5 guys collectively who are not supposed to be also playing together. Like, Dennis Daly is as bad as it gets as an offensive lineman. We've been over that so many times. Aaron Brewer, Aaron Brewer is the exact example of, can you outwork somebody to be successful? And the answer is yes, to an extent. And Aaron Brewer at 285 pounds, he's actually listed at 295. I don't necessarily believe it, but he can only outwork the opponent to an extent before he just gets overpowered every 4th pass snap. And then you've got Corey Levin at center, and then Jordan Ruse at right guard, and NPF at right tackle / LaRaven Clark, who played the second half at right tackle because NPF had an ankle injury. You've got those 5 or 6 guys out there with Malik Willis, with Todd Downing. I don't think they can. Because what type of extra work can that offensive line put together? Can Malik Willis put together, and Todd Downing? If there's one of the 3 that I feel most confident in that could put in more work to actually get better results, of the 3, I only trust in Malik Willis to show some extra growth. Todd Downing's is who he is. He's not a good play caller. He might be fine throughout the week, but he's not good in situational play calls, and he's shown that. The offensive line doesn't have the ability, and that there is no way that extra work they can put in together is going to all of a sudden make them an asset to this offense.